Your body has never forgotten how to heal itself. Even now, in this very moment, there is work happening inside you that requires no permission, no approval, no desperate pleading. Cells are renewing, tissues are repairing, old hurts are being processed and released in ways your conscious mind cannot track or measure. And yet here you are, perhaps feeling frustrated that healing isn't happening fast enough, that you should be further along by now, that something must be wrong because the timeline you imagined hasn't matched the reality you're living. I want you to take a breath right now and consider something that might change everything. What if the timing of your healing is not only perfect, but absolutely essential to the depth and completeness of your transformation? We have been taught to approach healing the way we approach everything else in our hurried world, with urgency, with force, with the belief that faster is always better. We look at our wounds, whether they are physical illnesses, emotional traumas, or spiritual disconnections, and we want them gone immediately. We create rigid schedules in our minds about how long grief should last, how quickly a diagnosis should reverse, how soon we should feel whole again after heartbreak. And when our bodies and hearts don't comply with these invented deadlines, we turn against ourselves. We decide we're doing something wrong. We assume we lack discipline, faith, or strength. We push harder, demanding that our systems override their own wisdom to meet our mental expectations. But let me ask you to pause and feel into your body right now. Notice your shoulders. Are they carrying the weight of this urgency? Notice your jaw. Is it clenched with the effort of trying to control what cannot be controlled? Notice your breath. Is it shallow, held, restricted by the anxiety of falling behind? Your body is speaking to you in this moment, and what it's saying is this: I am already healing. I am already working, and I need you to stop fighting me. When we rush our healing, we create a kind of violence within ourselves. It's subtle, often invisible to others, but the body experiences it as a form of attack. Imagine a wound on your skin, still tender and raw. Now imagine pulling at the edges, tearing away the scab before it's ready, exposing unhealed tissue because you've decided it's taking too long. This is what we do internally when we refuse to honor the pace of our restoration. We reopen what needs time to close. We disrupt processes that require stillness. We flood our systems with stress hormones born from our own impatience, and these chemicals actively interfere with the very healing we're demanding. Your body is not lazy. It is not incompetent. It is not punishing you by refusing to heal on your schedule. Your body is methodical, thorough, and infinitely intelligent. It knows that true healing cannot be superficial. It knows that some wounds must be addressed in layers, that rushing to close the surface while deeper damage remains unattended will only create problems later. Your body is protecting you from incomplete healing, even when your mind interprets this protection as delay or failure. And beyond the physical, there is emotional and spiritual healing that simply cannot be forced. You cannot bully your heart into releasing grief before it has been fully felt. You cannot strong-arm your nervous system into feeling safe when it still holds the memory of danger. You cannot intellectually bypass the integration that happens slowly, quietly, in the spaces between your conscious efforts. The healing that lasts, the healing that transforms you at the deepest levels, requires time that cannot be negotiated away. So let's get curious together about something that might feel uncomfortable at first. What is your impatience really about? Because beneath the frustration that you're not healing fast enough, there is almost always a deeper fear. For many of us, the urgency around healing is actually about worthiness. We believe that being broken makes us unlovable, burdensome, or inadequate. We fear that if we don't fix ourselves quickly, we'll be abandoned by others or left behind by life itself. We carry the story that wholeness must be earned through speed and efficiency, that taking time to heal is an indulgence we cannot afford. Some of us learned very early that our value depended on our productivity, our ability to keep up, our capacity to appear strong and unaffected. We watch the adults around us push through their pain, ignore their bodies, and praise themselves for never slowing down. We absorbed the message that needing time to recover was a character flaw, a sign of weakness. And now, even when our bodies are screaming for rest and patience, we hear those old voices telling us to hurry, to get over it, to stop being so sensitive or slow. Others carry a different fear, the terror of missing out. We look around and see everyone else seemingly moving forward with their lives while we're stuck in the middle of our healing journey. We imagine that there's a race we're losing, opportunities passing us by, a life we're supposed to be living that's happening without us. We feel the panic of falling behind an invisible standard, and this panic becomes another layer of suffering we add to what we're already carrying. But what if I told you that your healing is not making you late for your life? What if the healing itself is your life, fully and completely, right now? What if this season of restoration is not a detour from your path, but the very center of it, the most important work you will ever do? Take a moment and place your hand on your heart. Feel the warmth there. Feel the steady rhythm that has never stopped, never given up on you, never abandoned you, even when you've abandoned yourself. Your heart knows something your anxious mind keeps forgetting. You are not falling behind. You are growing deeper. There are seasons to everything, and your inner landscape is no different. Right now, you may be in winter, and winter looks like death to those who don't understand its purpose. The trees are bare, the ground is hard, nothing appears to be growing, but beneath the surface, in the darkness of the soil, in the quiet of the dormant roots, essential work is happening. The tree is not dead. It is conserving energy, sending nutrients deep into its core, preparing for the abundance that will come when the timing is right. If spring arrived too early, the tree would be vulnerable, unprepared, damaged by the very growth we think we're waiting for. Perhaps you are in a winter season of your healing. Everything feels dormant, stuck, unchanging. You cannot see progress. You worry that nothing is happening, that you'll be frozen in this state forever. But your body knows what it's doing. Your spirit knows what it's doing. The roots of your restoration are growing deeper, stronger, more resilient than they ever could if you forced blooms before the foundation was ready. Your winter is not failure, it is preparation. Or maybe you're in early spring, where tiny signs of growth appear and disappear, where progress feels inconsistent and uncertain. Some days you feel almost whole, and other days you're back in the depths of your pain. This is not regression. This is the natural rhythm of emerging from darkness into light. The bulb pushes up through soil, retreats when conditions aren't quite right, and pushes up again. Each effort strengthens it, even the ones that look like setbacks. Your inconsistent days are not evidence that healing isn't working. They are evidence that you're alive, responsive, engaged in the delicate dance of becoming. You may be in summer, experiencing rapid growth and visible change, but exhausted by the intensity of transformation. Or in autumn, releasing what no longer serves you, grieving the old versions of yourself even as you make space for what's next. All of these seasons are valid, all of them are necessary, and none of them should be rushed. But here's what happens. We live in a culture that only values summer. We're taught to be always growing, always producing, always visible and vibrant. We're given timelines for everything. Grieve for 3 days and return to work. Heal from surgery in the standard recovery period. Get over heartbreak within a few months. These timelines are not based on the body's wisdom or the heart's needs. They are based on productivity, on convenience, on the discomfort that others feel when witnessing someone else's authentic healing process. You have inherited these timelines, and they do not belong to you. You have been carrying borrowed expectations about how long healing should take, what it should look like, and what it means if you need more time than the guidebook suggests. I want you to feel the weight of these expectations right now. Notice where you hold them in your body. Is there tension in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a heaviness in your shoulders? These physical sensations are your body saying, "This timeline is not mine. This pressure is not serving me. It is time to put it down." Releasing these inherited expectations is an act of profound self-love. It means you stop comparing your inner spring to someone else's summer. It means you stop using other people's healing journeys as the measuring stick for your own. It means you acknowledge that the depth of your wound, the complexity of your history, the particular path your soul needs to walk, these are all unique to you. No one else's timeline can tell you when you should be done, when you should feel better, when you should be ready to move on. Right here, right now, you have permission to take as long as you need. You have permission to honor your own pace. You have permission to disappoint the people who want you to hurry up and be fine because your healing makes them uncomfortable. Your healing is not happening on their schedule. It is happening on the schedule of your own deepest wisdom, the intelligence that lives in your cells and knows exactly what needs to happen and when. And while you cannot see most of what is healing within you, I promise you it is happening. Every moment of every day, there is restoration occurring at levels you cannot consciously track. When you sleep, your body is repairing tissues, consolidating memories, processing emotions stored in your muscles and organs. When you rest, your nervous system is recalibrating, learning new patterns of safety, releasing old patterns of hypervigilance. When you cry, you are literally excreting stress hormones through your tears, cleansing your system of what no longer serves you. When you feel numb, your body may be giving you a necessary break from intensity, creating space for integration before the next wave of feeling arrives. Your immune system is having conversations with old injuries, deciding what needs to stay and what needs to go. Your fascia is reorganizing around new possibilities of movement and freedom. Your neural pathways are rewiring, creating new routes around old trauma, building highways toward hope, where there were once only dead ends of despair. Your heart, your physical, beautiful, resilient heart, is learning to trust again, beat by beat, opening just a little more each day in ways you cannot measure with your mind. This invisible healing is the most profound work happening in your life right now, and it requires something from you that might feel counterintuitive. It requires you to stop managing it, Stop controlling it. Stop demanding progress reports. It requires you to trust what you cannot see. It requires you to believe that your body knows what it's doing, even when your mind is screaming that everything is falling apart. So how do we speak to our bodies during this time of waiting? How do we communicate with the parts of ourselves that are working so hard to restore us? We must change the language we use. Instead of berating your body for being slow, for being broken, for not cooperating with your mental demands, try speaking to it the way you would speak to a beloved child who is learning something difficult, with patience, with encouragement, with recognition of effort rather than just results. Place your hand on the part of your body that is healing. Maybe it's your heart, still tender from loss. Maybe it's your belly, where you hold your anxiety and grief. Maybe it's your head, exhausted from years of overthinking and worry. And speak to this part of yourself with kindness. Thank you for working so hard to heal me. Thank you for never giving up, even when I've been frustrated with you. Thank you for the invisible work you do every moment to restore me. I see you. I honor you. I trust you. You are allowed to take the time you need. This practice might feel strange at first, even silly. We're so accustomed to being at war with our bodies, criticizing them, blaming them, treating them as obstacles to overcome. But your body is not your enemy. Your body is your oldest friend, your most loyal companion, the only thing that has been with you since the moment you came into this world and will stay with you until the moment you leave it. It deserves your appreciation, your kindness, your trust. And when you shift your internal dialogue from criticism to collaboration, something remarkable happens. Your body begins to heal more efficiently because it's no longer working against the resistance of your own mind. You can also speak new truths to yourself, affirmations that acknowledge where you are without rushing you past it. I am healing at exactly the right pace for my body and soul. My timing is perfect, even when it doesn't match my expectations. I release the need to control my healing and allow my inner wisdom to guide the process. Every day, in ways I cannot always see, I am being restored. I trust the intelligence of my body. I trust the wisdom of my heart. I am not behind. I am exactly where I need to be. Let these words settle into your body like warm water, like sunlight, like the first gentle rain after a drought. Feel them soften the places where you've been holding tension, where you've been fighting against your own natural rhythm. Breathe them in. Let them be true. Now, I want to invite you to consider what trust actually means in the context of healing. We often think of trust as a feeling, a state of certainty and peace that we're supposed to achieve and then maintain. We think that trusting the timing of our healing means we should never doubt, never fear, never wonder if something's wrong. But this is not realistic, and it's not what trust actually is. Trust is not the absence of fear or doubt. Trust is the choice to keep showing up, to keep doing the next right thing, even when fear and doubt are present. Trust is a practice, not a destination. It's something you do, not something you feel. Each morning when you wake up in a body that still hurts, still carries wounds, still moves slower than you'd like, you get to choose trust again. You choose it by getting out of bed. You choose it by taking your medicine, doing your therapy, keeping your appointment, speaking your truth, resting when you need to rest. You choose it by not giving up on yourself, by not abandoning your own healing process just because it's not happening on your preferred timeline. Some days, trust will feel impossible. Some days, you will be angry at your body, frustrated with your progress, terrified that you'll never feel whole again. On those days, trust looks like simply breathing. It looks like saying, I don't understand this, but I'm still here. It looks like placing your hand on your heart and feeling it beat, reminding yourself that your body has not given up on you, so you will not give up on it. Trust is not about being perfect or enlightened or never struggling. Trust is about choosing again and again to stay present to your process, even when it's uncomfortable. And here's what begins to happen when you stop fighting the pace of your healing and start working with it. You reclaim enormous amounts of energy. All the energy you were spending on resistance, on frustration, on trying to force what cannot be forced, suddenly becomes available for actual healing. Your nervous system can relax. Your body can focus its resources on restoration instead of managing your internal stress. Your mind becomes clearer because it's not constantly churning with anxiety about falling behind. But even more than this, you begin to discover things you would have missed if you'd rushed through. You begin to notice the subtle gifts that come with moving slowly. The way grief cracks you open to compassion you knew you had. The way pain teaches you to value the small moments of ease. The way being broken helps you understand how to be gentle with others who are also breaking. You begin to see that your healing journey is not just about returning to who you were before the wound. It's about becoming someone new, someone deeper, someone more authentically aligned with your soul's true nature. When you stop fighting your pace, you also stop missing your life. Because all the moments you were dismissing as still healing, all the days you were writing off as not counting until you're fixed, those are your life. They are not the waiting room before your real life begins. They are the precious, unrepeatable moments of your one wild existence, and they deserve to be lived fully, even in their brokenness, especially in their brokenness. You begin to notice beauty again. The way morning light falls across your room, the warmth of tea in your hands, the softness of your sheets, the sound of rain, the face of someone who loves you. These small moments of presence become available to you when you're not constantly straining toward a future version of yourself, when you're not treating your current self as defective and temporary. You come home to now, and you realize that now is all we ever actually have. You also begin to access your creativity differently. When you're not spending all your mental energy on anxiety and control, something else emerges: curiosity, imagination, the ability to play. You might find yourself wanting to write, to make art, to move your body in new ways, to explore ideas you'd forgotten you cared about. Healing creates space, and in that space, new versions of yourself begin to grow. Not better versions, not fixed versions, just new possibilities that could never have emerged if you'd rushed past the fertile ground of your transformation. And perhaps most importantly, you begin to trust yourself in ways you never have before. You begin to trust that you can handle difficult emotions without running from them. You begin to trust that you can sit with uncertainty without needing immediate answers. You begin to trust that you are resilient enough to survive the long, slow work of becoming whole again. This self-trust is the foundation of everything else in your life. your relationships, your work, your capacity for joy, your ability to take risks and show up authentically in the world. Let's take a breath together right now. Breathe in slowly, deeply, all the way down into your belly. Hold it for just a moment at the top and release it slowly, feeling your shoulders drop, your jaw soften, your whole body letting go just a little more. Do this 2 more times at your own pace. Notice how your body responds to this simple act of attention, of care. This is you choosing trust. This is you honoring your own timing. This is you being exactly where you are without apology. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not failing at healing because it's taking longer than you thought it would. You are a human being with a complex history, a tender heart, a body that has carried you through everything you've ever survived, and a soul that is taking the time it needs to integrate all that you've experienced. Your healing is not a race. It is a journey, and journeys are meant to be walked at the pace that allows you to actually see the landscape, to learn the lessons, to gather what you need for the road ahead. Every person who has ever truly healed from anything significant will tell you the same thing. It took longer than they expected, looked different than they imagined, and required them to surrender control in ways they never thought they could. They will tell you that the healing itself taught them more than the original wound ever did. They will tell you that learning to trust the timing was the hardest and most essential part of the entire process, and they will tell you with full hearts and clear eyes that they would not trade the depth they gained for any amount of speed. You are in sacred territory right now, even if it doesn't feel sacred. You are in the middle of transformation, which is always uncomfortable because it requires the death of old versions of yourself to make room for what's emerging. The caterpillar does not become a butterfly quickly or easily. It dissolves completely in the chrysalis, becoming liquid, becoming nothing recognizable before it reorganizes into something that can fly. If you cut open the chrysalis to speed the process, you don't get a butterfly faster. You kill what was trying to be born. Your healing has its own chrysalis, its own necessary darkness, its own timeline that cannot be rushed without damage, and you are not stuck in that darkness. You are transforming in it. Everything that feels like nothing is happening is actually the profound reorganization of your entire being. You are not the same person you were when this healing journey began. You are already becoming who you're meant to be next. The timing of this is not random or cruel. It is exact, necessary, and ultimately kind. So I invite you to soften right now. Soften your expectations. Soften your judgment of yourself. Soften your grip on control. Let your body feel heavy and supported by whatever is beneath you. Let your breath move naturally without effort. Let your heart beat at its own perfect rhythm. And in this softness, in this surrender, acknowledge the truth that lives in the deepest part of you. You are healing right now, in this moment, at exactly the pace you need to heal completely, thoroughly, and in a way that will last. You don't need to figure out how to trust the timing. You only need to stop fighting it. You don't need to understand the wisdom of your body's pace. You only need to stop second-guessing it. You don't need to force yourself to be patient. You only need to notice when you're being impatient and gently, kindly bring yourself back to the present moment, back to the breath, back to the knowing that you are held by something far more intelligent than your anxious mind. And on the days when trust feels impossible, when you're certain you'll never heal, when the pain feels endless and unbearable, remember this: your body has healed from every illness, every injury, every heartbreak it has ever survived up until this point. It has never failed you, not truly. It has always known what to do. It has always worked tirelessly on your behalf, and it is doing that right now. You are not alone in this. You are supported by billions of years of evolutionary wisdom, by the same intelligence that grows trees and heals wounds and turns winter into spring. That intelligence is in you, working through you, and it does not need your anxiety to do its job. It only needs your willingness to stay present, to keep breathing, to trust that what is happening in you is exactly what needs to happen. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not damaged goods. You are not taking too long. You are a living being in the middle of a profound transformation, and transformation has its own sacred timing that you did not create and cannot control. Your job is not to speed it up or make it neater or more convenient for others. Your job is to show up for it, to honor it, to let it do its work in you without resistance. And I promise you, when you stop fighting the pace and start trusting it, something shifts. Not all at once, not dramatically, but slowly, steadily, like dawn breaking, like ice melting, Ike roots growing deeper underground where no one can see, but everything depends on them being there. You are exactly on time, not early, not late, but precisely where you need to be for your healing to be complete. Trust this. Trust yourself. Trust the wisdom that is working in you right now, that has never stopped working, that will continue working even when you forget to believe in it. You are healing. You are held. You are loved exactly as you are, right here, right now, in this very moment. And that is enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. And the timing of your healing is absolutely, perfectly, divinely right.